number of letters of appointments were issued without following laid down procedures. It has been established that 24 numbers of persons allegedly paid money for offer of appointment letters to Mr. Kolo Aruna, of which some of the money were paid through his agents. The letters of appointment were issued in January 2021. Out of the 24 persons, 17 were enrolled into integrated payroll. To worsen the situation, let me add that since
I'm happy that IPPS are opening their diary to take notes. You too, maybe you will have a director that will speak against the director, I don't know. It's good we laugh small a bit, so we're not fighting. Huh? Commissioner from where? Ocean?
Yes, sir.
Try and summarize.
I am summarizing.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Further to that, sir, I want to add, with utmost respect,
Auditor General, you are laughing, you are smiling.
yes, sir.
So let's be reducing the temper, you know. Ocean.
Very well, sir.
Thank you.
So now, let me add, with utmost respect, sir, that since January 2021, that these individuals had been given appointments, they were receiving salary from the federal government posts.
The 24 or the 15?
The 24 with respect, sir.
Okay.
Not all of them. 17 were receiving salary. The 7 did not receive. So, the 3 individuals that were mentioned in the report, Kolo Haruna, Yusa Ogambo, and Badamasi Abagalu, the account details of 3 individuals who received this money.
You have 5 minutes.
I will not spend up to that. Now, in addition to that, sir, there is a table which accompany the report. The amount paid by individual candidates is indicated, and who received the money are all indicated. And with utmost respect, sir, I want to say with humility that if there is any individual that can be said to be above the law, if I'm asked, I will say it's Muiba Farida Dam Kaka. The reason is simple. There have been several investigations, several allegations against her. She prevents most of these allegations to be looked into. And we call ourselves Nigerians. Is she above the law? Whether rightly or wrongly, why can't she be investigated? And for this reason, sir, I want to conclude by saying the presentation I made, it was made in good faith on behalf of all my colleagues, on behalf of Nigerians who stand for integrity, who stand for truth, for fairness, and for justice. We are here. We thank you, the chairman and honorable members. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Before I ask for the next person to speak, if there are, I will give you time. Again, we will not be part of any politics of any agency. This committee will not be dragged into politics of any agency. By the special grace of God, we will do what is right to the best of our ability. It is interesting that we expect federal character to give us details about other agencies that we are expecting to scrutinize them on fraud and mismanagement of public funds. And you seem to tell us that you give room for other agencies to commit those frauds. And we will move to the end of it. I want to say finally that you must author the document before we accept it. On behalf of us, even you that make presentation did not sign this document. So turn back of the document, sign and you, the us you are referring to, and give us. Otherwise, we'll consider your submission as a story for the newsmen. Thank you. I have said that you have not authored the document.
My name is Abdulwasi Kayode Bawala. I represent Lagos State. Just to buttress some of the points that have been made earlier, I wish to submit a memo, internal memo, issued by the Secretary on behalf of Mr. Chairman, requesting that from July 14, 2023, nominal roll and CBI should now follow documents. CBI is what we call Character Balance Index. By Character Balance Index, what this helps us to do is in any MDA, ministry and department that is imbalanced, we have a mechanism if that institution is recruiting. If they're recruiting 100 and they have 1,000, and let's say Lagos only has 2, the Character Balance Index will indicate how many should be recruited for Lagos State, from Lagos State. So that as we move forward, that particular MDA can be balanced. But since we came July 2nd, 2020, the chairman has revolved, has refused all counsel, all efforts of the committee and commissioners on this side to use these tools to help balance the imbalance. And just July 14th, perhaps she had gotten wind of this investigation or thought that there's a new government in town and hence decided to issue a memo. I will submit this memo, which she now said that requests for recruitment should now come with nominal role and CBI. In spite of issuing this memo, there was an MDA under my operational committee issued to me requesting for 64 employment and they asking for a waiver. I wrote that a nominal role and CBI should be issued. The clerk of the committee came back and said they cannot be issued unless the chairman gives authority. I wrote back and said that is not the procedure. Till I speak with you now, that particular MDA, their nominal role or CBI has not been issued. For example, this is an example of our nominal role analyzed by zones, region, and states. It shows who is balanced, who is not balanced. We cannot, we should not do any recruitment without this analysis. Furthermore, the MIS department is poorly funded, while other expenditures go on. I so submit for the interest of time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Moses Anaoge, representing Delta State. I align myself with all the presentation made by my previous committee, my colleagues. The commission is run with committee operation. Since 2020, we resumed office. These committees are not running. we have 36 committees. Each committee has 6 commissioners. Each of those commissioners representing zone, each of the zone. I am from Delta. Any committee I belong to, whether I'm the chairman or a member, I represent the South-South zone. When there is a request from any MDA, by practice and due process, the chairman ought to meet that request to that committee. Then the committee will request for the nominal role, analyze, and look at the number that MDA are requesting at that particular time. Then you will now analyze it, which we call character balancing index. If it is 100, they will analyze based on what is in that nominal row. They will say 1 is going to Delta, 3 is going to those states, 4 is going to those states, based on the nominal row analysis. Based on that, we will now recommend that request back to the chairman with that character balancing index, that this employment must follow this process of this character balancing index. The MD will go and come back with that employment, attaching all the successful candidates to that request of certificate of compliance. It is the process and the act that request of certificate of compliance should be brought to the plenary, which every commissioner in each state will have that request and the character balancing index to go through to show that the state are fully represented in that particular employment. If approved by the plenary before the issue of certificate of compliance, none of the certificate of compliance that the chairman have issued to MDAs will resume 3 years now, pass through these processes. I want to inform this committee that all the UC MBAs, what I mean is that the NIMASA, the CBN, the DSS, all the highly paid agency, she is the chairman, she is the member, she is the secretary of all those committees. None, I can vouch for the ones that are here on this other side, that as a member and chairman of MDAs under our supervision, she wrote a letter to the MDAs that non-chief executive or MDA should interface with us. How can that be possible that a committee that we are oversighting, that we should not have interface with them? The letter she wrote to them is here, I will tender it. If any request of recruitment, the chairman of Federal Character, Dr. Mohiba Farida Dankaka,
sir, the chairman Federal Character, move on.
Okay, the chairman Federal Character will request the chief executive to come to our office and discuss 10%. She do collect 10% from all the MDA for all the employment she's signing. Based on that, those are all those 10% she's collecting. Those are the slots that she employ agents that she's selling. I have two employment letters here of her children of agency. One particular employment, she employed 2 of her children of UCMDs, where annual salary here is 6.1 million, while the other one is 8.2 million. I have the appointment letter here. And I just also want to inform this committee, if she finds any other agency doing employment that she's paying more than this MDA, she will move them to that MDA. She moved them from one MDA to MDA. Then lastly, the letter of appointment she signed for those 24 ghost worker, because I call them ghost worker because they are receiving salary after paying for the job and get appointment later, they also refuse to resume work. The account number of the transaction of those transactions, I have the account detail here. If this committee requests for the account statement of this account I'm bringing up, all these transactions of this job selling of agent of the chairman, you will see all of them. And they have a center pool.
I don't know what is wrong with our minds that we cannot on and stop.
Yes, she have a lot of agents selling slot for her. After selling, they have a central pool where they remit all the other monies to, whereby they will withdraw and collect USD and give to her. I have all the account details here. In my submission, we have a lot of things to review, which is under her cover.
Off your mic.
Off your mic.
He's not talking about in 30 seconds.
In my conclusion.
Please, if we say 5 minutes, it should be 5 minutes.
Yes, in my conclusion.
You should not take 3 minutes mentioning federal character and Muipa Dan Kaka. Take a minute in explaining your facts, okay, instead of emphasizing the name of the person you are talking about.
Okay, fine. In my conclusion, I believe that the main objective of this committee is to fish out job racketeering in this country. I want to inform this out that requesting for all the waiver and certificate of waiver and certificate of compliance, they should also attach all the employment that certificate of compliance is being issued upon. I submit.
Thank you.
My name is Hadiza Osman Moazu. I represent the people of Kaduna State. I want to add my voice to the submissions that my honorable colleagues have made. I speak today because I am very hurt and disappointed. We had such great expectations of our chairman. She's a woman, she's a Muslim, she comes from the northern part of Nigeria. And to hear and see all these allegations and experience what we've all experienced in the last 3 years is
excuse me, sir. Are you speaking because she is from northern Nigeria and from Muslims?
No.
From federal character, a commissioner of federal character?
No. Let me finish, Mr. Chairman.
I may not allow you to finish. If from the pillar of your submission, your disappointment is on the basis of sentiment, faith,
no, it is not.
and reason.
It is not.
Okay. Let me allow you to finish.
It is not. And you allow me to finish. I have brought that as an introduction because we, as women, have always been looked at as the weaker sex. And we are always expected to disappoint. That is the reason that I brought this up at the first instance.
So what was the reason that you bring the region and the religion?
No, just to introduce the personality and to make you understand how...
The first one is understood.
Okay. All right, I stand corrected. I withdraw
that statement of...
I withdraw it. I withdraw it.
Thank you.
So, as the chairman, we all expected that we would be carried along and we would work for the unison of Nigerians. What we have experienced in the last 3 years is, to say the least, we are disappointed in ourselves. We are disappointed that we that have been given the responsibility and task of ensuring that we represent every Nigerian from every part of Nigeria have been denied that opportunity. And it has taken us this long to get here.
Your mic, please.
The Honorable Commissioner from
earlier on, and offer my sincere apologies to members of the committee. I will state with this information provided that I stand with my colleagues as we move forward, and we hope and sincerely pray that our cry for justice will be heard, and the committee, as promised, will keep to their word and ensure everyone here is given a fair hearing. Like my colleague from Oshun had said earlier, this is not a witch hunt. on our path. We are just all here to ensure that the right thing is done. So I sincerely apologize to members of the committee. Maybe I may have taken a bit away by passion or sentiments, but I sincerely apologize to all members here, and thank you very much for this opportunity to speak.
Thank you. The last
I represent the people of Akwa Ibom State, and to support what my colleagues have said, I came with an evidence. This I will submit. I'm supposed to supervise Science and Technology group. I'm the chairman of that committee. This, I brought only one, and if you ask for more, I can bring more. I brought just one to support what the Oshun and Commissioner and others have said. As the chairman of the committee, there was a request for waiver, and it was sent to me, and I made the recommendation. I was working on it, but my chairman, my executive chairman, decided to send her staff to go and do the monitoring. Why I brought this up is because going through the file subsequently, she made a comment that I was aware and not ready to recommend for the certificate of compliance. I didn't go for the monitoring. I have all the documents. She suggested that an ordinary staff in her office go for the monitoring, and they went. And I didn't understand that. That confirms some of the things you said. The fact that the place is not run.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you tender it, please? Okay.
My name is MT Alakai. I represent Nasarawa State and the Federal Character Commission. Mr. Chairman, I want to start by saying that I align myself totally with all the documents submitted in respect of the issues at stake. I want, however, add more that we couldn't have gotten to this point if the chairman were a listening chairman. We are taking far-reaching steps to internally resolve these issues, to draw her attention to follow procedures and rules that are sufficiently explained to her, but she wouldn't listen. She would rather want to operate as a sole administrator. When we started, all the 37 of us, except 3, all the 34 of us signed a document, reported to her, led by the elderly people among us that we respected, to draw her attention to the fact that she's operating outside the laws and guidelines. But the reply back was to tell her that she's not going to deal with the 37 characters. That's on record. It's in our minute of our meeting. Now, we didn't relent. We continued responding, calling her attention severally. Madam failed to listen to us. She wouldn't listen to any of us. We were forced to go even to the media. At a point, the National Assembly called us. And I didn't call, but I watched it on the news, on AIT. Like, we're going to tear her apart. But at the end of it, nothing came out of it. Because she has always said, nobody can touch her. This is said verbally. When you draw attention, even in the meeting, say, please, no, this is the way I'm going. When you come, you can be your own. You don't operate like that. Federal character is set up by Act. And the drafters of this law, the intent of the law is that every operation of federal character should be conducted transparently so that no state complain of being shortchanged. That is the basis. That no state should complain of being shortchanged.
1 minute.
I'm representing a state myself. I don't know what, since I came, all the agencies are recruited, I don't know what is the stand of Nasarawa State. But Madam will go ahead from eventually most of the commissioners step back because she intimidates them. And most of them went back to her. And she rewards them with even trips For instance, where the commission went to Rwanda recently, the first set were her cronies that went with her. The second set were those who were sitting on the bench. And the remaining last set, which is our set, none of us have traveled up to now. Over 2 months now they came back. But those people went within a week and two and came back, and the rest went. This is the kind of thing that he uses to intimidate commissioners. I'm sorry, we don't get intimidated. We stand by the truth and will remain steadfast in the truth.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I want to tender a document to support what my colleagues have said so far. For example, her son was employed in NCC, which I am aware. Just last week, she transferred the son from NCC to a regulatory, downstream regulatory petroleum commission. Just about this week. And
can you tender the?
He did his documentation with IPPIS just this week. I have this document to tender.
IPP.
Anybody is guilty until this investigation is carried out.
When you fight corruption, corruption will fight you back. My name is Monifa Dankaka, popularly known as Farida. My business name in Nigeria is Farida Business Ventures. I produce rice. I distribute for the past 35 years. I didn't come to this place to make money, but to serve my father's land. I have 37 commissioners. Objectives are some of them, what brought them is quite different. What they are looking for is quite different. And I swear with Almighty God, apart from the oath, I can take Holy, I can take Quran. They gave me a Quran, that's what I saw with. Before I came here, I've made my name. I've made my money. I didn't come and tell you with all this, with all respect to everybody. God forbid. God forbid. Let me tell you a small story. Some of them, not all of them, they have reasons why they are attacking me. And I'll say
mention your name, so mention their name.
I will, one after the other. When I first came in, most of them are my party close people around here. Ask them. Oshu is always in my office. All of them, they are always in my office. But what they wanted me to do, I told them I cannot do it. I'm a very quiet person. And I keep certain secrets. As a secretary chairman, even if I'm not here, I have to just swallow certain things and leave everything in the hands of God. Before I came to this place, they were selling slots. The place is like a market. And you can find out for people that live in Abuja if I'm lying. When I came in, I met to all the commissioners. And I told them that they gave us a Quran. I don't want anything that will destroy me or my family. And they can bear witness, all of them here. They're under our rules. Some of them here, like Oshu, he bought a property and told the person that owns the property that he will be paying with slots. I stopped it. I have it. They took it to court. It's right inside. I'll bring them because I did not know that they have planned this thing. I should have come with documents.
Order.
I stopped Lagos from going around because they were going around from one place to another with some fake commissioners, his friends. And I have people that they've gone to. I will not mention the names, but when you call me, I will call them. I send letters to Lagos. To all the commissioners, to all the estates in Lagos. If you do not see my signature, do not honor it. And the same thing for Rivers. I sent a letter to Rivers. If you don't see my signature, do not honor it. I'm so surprised. But I will come back to that. I have 37 commissioners. If you look at, I wish all of us are here. All those people that are former governor, former deputy governor, former minister, they are not, most of them are not here. professors and so on, if they are here, they will testify to it. They are all by my side. Yes, I have 30, and they have 7. And I stood my ground that period. I'm not saying it's all of you, but they instigated others to join them because I refused. I refused it because of the Quran, and I refused it because what am I looking for in this world? Again, what am I looking for? My children are all grown up. I come with houses, I have houses everywhere before I joined this place. I have my business. So what am I looking for? I told them, and some of them, they joined me. They now call themselves integrity side. Whatever you are radio that is going around, they are the one. Social media that is going around the whole Nigeria, they are the one. But I refuse to say it. I want to ask, before you get appointment in this Nigeria, you must have checked everything you have. I didn't school in abroad, I school in Nigeria. I have my classmates everywhere. I went to FB and BUK. In BUK, I was the only lady in the class of 40. I was the only lady in the class. As I'm talking now, my classmates can start writing you. During my MBA level, I have classmates everywhere. I have to explain. It's my personality they attack now.
To speak to records now.
Yes, now. Sorry.
You have to speak to records.
I'm coming.
Let's speak to records there.
Honorable members, just for a small this.
Thank you.
Let us calm down.
Yeah.
No, the same thing we did. Excuse me, please. The same thing we did to the other people is what we are doing here. See, to the best of my ability, this committee will set an example of justice. So what? You have spoken. Let us speak. Whatever you say, you should be able to have facts to back it up. That is all.
I have
the record facts to back it up. That is all. So
when I came in, sir,
I don't want to give you.
I have exactly. I have when I came in as a secretary chairman. The secretary handed over 24 committees to me. He said, I don't know if from here and the next. And because we are 37, I want everybody to be active. I changed everything to 37. Here you see it. This is Abia. This is Adamawa. This is Akwa Ibom. We have 37 of them. Everybody, they have their committee chairman. And we now put each one of them, they have one per zone as a member. What our act says, when anybody, either the executive, maybe it's the DG or the MG, when they come in, they will see me first. And we, together with whoever is the chairman, we welcome them in. They will go and interact with them. Sir, like Ginika, it was when he got there that he went, you had only secondary school, that he went back to school. They are not always around. I'm coming, yes, they are not always around. Will I now ask an MBA to wait for them? Maybe it's about a week they come back. I have queries I gave to some of them, and I'll bring them. I gave queries to most of them. They don't come. And when I look at it that it's about 4 or 5 days, what will I do? I ask another person to take over.
I hope you will ask those that we ask.
They will all come. We are going to call us back. Everybody will still come back. 37 of us. 36. So what will I do? Will I ask MJS to wait? And let me tell you something. I swear with Almighty God.
You have sworn already.
I'm coming with the word that is on me. Yes. Are we gone? Most of them is their personal interest in what they are looking for. And yes, and I want to go further because later I will ask the secretary to say one or two things. I want to discuss extremists and they talk about DSS and DSS.
This is why I want to bring your attention.
One of them wanted to have the list of the DSS, NFIU, NDLEA, and some other ones that are sensitive. And I told them, if you bring out this list out, for them they can go and wipe out their family. I refuse them. Yes, there are some MDAs that are sensitive, that are with me. But what I did, I constituted about 10 of them, of the elders. They are the one in charge.
Mr. Chairman.
They are the sir.
Mr. Chairman.
Excuse me, sir, please let me explain myself now. Let me explain. So what are we talking about in the DSS? If people, excuse me, when they give the employment, sir. Yes, sir.
Each and every member of the committee, you are protected.
Yes, thank you very much.
Spirit of justice.
We have 37 committee members, and each of the zone are represented. Joke exactly. If you have anything to ask on that particular one, you ask only from your zone, and not to come and meet the executive chairman. Somebody have offended you. Yes, but I will not come to that. Now, the issue of the house is because I'm still going to collect documents. I sent letter when I received that some people, they are the one that did it. They employed 24, and they've been there for since what's it called? Since 2021. I sent letters to IPPIS more than 4 times. I have the letters. They did not remove them. I met Accountant General just about 2 weeks ago about this thing, and I sent letter to DSS and ICPC to look into it. Who is collecting what? Who is collecting what? And I set up disciplinary committee headed by Kano. Commissioner is
highlighted, but again,
but we get on the we call be on the comment. We bring everything down. We bring everything down. We have everything here. God Almighty will not allow me to start selling slots. I've passed that life in life. But it's okay. And the issue of they thought that the EFCC man wanted to employ.
We have the time.
Are you listening to me, sir? EFCC wanted to employ. EFCC wanted to employ. He sent he got the approval from the former Mr. President. And when I look at the amount, I told her the number, I told her I cannot do it. Even though 4 calls came in, that these people, we should go ahead and allow it to happen. And I sent for him, he came down. And I called the commissioners, am I right or wrong? I called more than 15 commissioners. They sat down with him. And they asked questions and so on. At the end of the day, he brought his nominal roll down. He explained everything to us. And we asked him to split it. We cannot give the 900. He brought 300 for the first time, which he employed them. And their junior staff, catchment area. Most of them, they are junior staff. And even the man, the day he came, he met all of us. Because I called almost per zone, I called 222 per zone. Then about 3-4 other people, they met us there. So what is my own? I will just put it that whatever you do, if you tell lies to destroy another person, remember that thing will follow you later in life.